I'm stocking this SCS as a short. I have borrowed 40,000 shares. I'm probably not used these, but I think there could be a nice little trade here on this SES, not SLS, SES. So this is my main watch. Other than that, there's nothing really anything I'm looking at. I also bought the TTD and what was the other one? Twilio yesterday, just as I mentioned before I cut the stream that I maybe will buy, and I did. But then late day the market's crapped again on the China deal stuff, and yeah, so now we are back into the range. So tried to break out on Friday and now we're back into the range. Oh damn! I only got 13,000 shares filled on my order on the short, on the locates. I saw it now. I tried to get 40,000. Apparently I was late. I borrowed like 10 minutes ago. That's why I didn't get filled on my order. That sucks. God. Damn, that's annoying. That's why I didn't get filled on the order. Alright. You know, if you want to get good fills on locates, you probably should be doing it 2.5 hours before the market opens. I was way too late today. God. Because I forgot I had it on my watch. I haven't put in locates in many months. Like last time I did locates was like, I don't know, 2-3 months ago. So I totally forgot I had a big watch today. But it's probably gonna stop me out on this starter anyways. It's holding up really well right now. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get stopped out of this first trade. Because many times on these high momentum stocks, I usually get stopped out for a couple of times before I nail the trade. I almost never nail them on the first try. And many times not even on the first day I short them. Oh man, come on, give me more shares. Nope, can't find more shares. Okay, now it's probably gonna stop me out now. Yeah, T-Trader 9. The best time to borrow is like 2.5 hours before the market's open. That's the best time. Doing it like I did, like 20 minutes before the market opened, that's just not a good idea. I'm lucky I even got those 13,000 shares. I'm actually a little bit surprised I got those shares, to be honest. And I will get stopped out in a few seconds. Let's see here. I got stopped out. Alright, Yuma. Yeah, ultra thin low price stock. Not for me, but yeah, it's moving higher. This thing can put in big moves, but it's too late now to buy it. It's already up 50% on the day. Silver is way stronger in gold right now. I'm a little bit interested in this USLV actually. It's a thin name, hard to buy more than say 3,000-4,000 shares, but I'll buy a couple of thousand. So it has, if you look at silver, it has kind of pulled back. It's in the middle of the range, but it is kind of building a flag setup, flag type of a setup here. If you can see this. So this thing could be a little bit of anticipation entry. I'm overall bullish on both gold and silver. They both look really good. Gold needs more time, definitely. Yeah, my scans are gonna be pretty empty today since the market gap down. Please give me an entry. Please. I am begging you. Okay, so apparently I managed to get another 9,000 shares of this SCS. Locates. So that's good. But it won't matter if it doesn't give me an entry. Edu seems to go in for breakout. Edu? I mean, it's just a very choppy stock. I tried to trade it a couple of times. It's a super choppy stock. Like, Tal is another one in his group. Like, they had their moves a couple of years ago where both Tal and Edu made big moves. Like 4 or 5 years ago. Or 2 years ago. The charts were much cleaner. Now the past year they've both been very choppy. Even though Edu is up quite a bit this year. It's just, there's no clean moves on this thing. It's a shop kind of a stock. I was up 15,000 on it on Friday and now it looks like it's gonna stop me out for a small loss. 4 cents away from stopping me out. This is the market in a nutshell. Like I was up on this OIH, Twilio, TTD. Well, pretty much my whole portfolio was up. I was up like 35,000 on Friday alone. And then the China news came in and everything crapped and I was pretty much up only a few thousand. All in a couple of minutes or maybe 5-10 minutes. Super annoying, and this has been the market in a nutshell. Just as I start getting some traction, it all blows up in my face. It's been that way for like 2 or 2.5 months. Yeah, this SCS. I'm gonna look at Roku. If Roku is going up, I'm gonna stop trading. Okay, Roku is down, so I'm not gonna stop trading. Okay, that's good. Because that would be so annoying if Roku was going up and this SCS going down. Oh my God, no. No. So not only did I took a $13,000 loss on this SCS, I also paid a couple of thousand for a locates. And for what? For nothing. It didn't give me a second entry. Okay, in hindsight, I could have shorted it when it took out the opening range lows or re-shorted it, but that was like a 15% candle, like 15% in or 12% in 1 minute. That's a big candle. I usually don't chase things like that, but man, sometimes it pays to chase. Most of the time it doesn't, but sometimes it pays. Oh God, like I can't get anything going. I can't even get shorts going. What the hell? And look at this BYND I talked about last week. I mean, I was so close shorting it on this break here, but I didn't want to pay any borrow fees because I anticipated this thing to be a multi-week short, and that those things can get expensive. And it's down. It's been straight down since. I had a nice $50,000 trade going in UVXY, but overstayed. Took a that ended up being like a $2,000-3,000 trade after being up 50k. And but yeah, these periods happen a couple of times per year, so it's just part of the game. Just have to man up and stay patient. That's the only way, because I know the good times are gonna be back. I know that there's gonna be a period of a few weeks or a few months where I'm gonna make at least $1 million. I don't know if it's gonna be this year, but it's gonna definitely going to be somewhere next year. And I just have to wait for that time. Oh my God. Man, what was the point of the shakeout candle? Come on. Maybe there will be a re-entry later in the day. Maybe. But the lower it goes, the less excited I get over a potential re-entry. Wow, Shopify is strong. Actually, a bunch of China stocks are turning up on my screen. This yin is actually down on the day, but individual China stocks, a lot of them are up on the day. Very interesting. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Shipper stocks keep going up. That's a good thing too. TNK, NAT. Hopefully they keep going up. MNK looks like he wants to go lower. So what's my portfolio do? I didn't get stopped out of OYH yet. Okay, MIK got stopped out of. Alright. Another tiny loss, but you know, I keep taking these small and tiny losses, and they kind of, they kind of add up. They kind of add up. But that's the nature of this kind of a market, where I don't get anything going. All these $5,000-10,000 losing trades, they start adding up. I'm probably down 60,000-70,000 since I started since I started streaming, or maybe even more. I think 60-70. That's why I need a good trade, like a good trade, like $100,000-150,000 trade, and I'm gonna be all good. But right now the market is just not giving me that. Can you describe your ideal market condition for your setups? Yes, a bull market with very little volatility. Or yeah, an uptrending market with little volatility and good breadth, like where a lot of stocks go up. Not that I trade a lot of stocks, but the good breadth is very nice to have. Like an ideal market, if you look at the indices, you want a market that's look like this. Goes up with very shallow drawdowns, or like we had during the first half of this year, and also like market like late 2016 to early 2018 or late 2017, just keeps going higher or sideways, higher, sideways, higher, sideways, very little volatility. That's an ideal market, because in a market like that you can be like 150% long, and you really don't have to do anything. You get long on good setups, and then you can just sit and wait for months, and every day you're making money, pretty much. These are the market conditions you can make where I have made millions in a relatively short amount of time. And more importantly, you don't have to work hard for it. Things just work. You buy a stock and it just keeps going higher. Not like a market we are in right now. I just keep taking these small losers. Nothing works. Or if I get into something that works, like Roku, it shakes me out. Like, what the fuck? Like, I can't get anything going. Do you do any type of preparation or analysis over the weekend for the week? Well, not lately. Haven't done much. But yeah, I used to, you know, I built my Evernote databases. I spent a lot of work with that. Look at things that have worked recently. Like this is why I keep these backtrack watch lists. We can actually go through for Friday. Wasn't the 11th of October? Like things that had kind of moves. But you know, this is oil related, gap down. So this SCS obviously had a big breakout yesterday or Friday. Val is an oil related stock. TTD I'm long. EVPG, another software name, had a breakout of the lows. OLED, it's yeah, it didn't really have a break. It kind of sold off. Touched the declining 20-day and kind of sold off late day. Twilio, I'm long. Oh, it's actually higher. Nice. BRCU had a little bit of a breakout. This is a triple Brazilian ETF. Or it's kind of trying to come out of this range. You have to look at the main index first. This one looks much better. Like you see, this thing has been building higher lows for over a year. Pretty much. So it's building kind of a triangle setup. So I think, you know, it starts breaking out of this. Could have a big move. Potentially even a multi-year move. So emerging markets have been lagging for the past 10 years compared to the US. SWN, another oil name. This XOPS, an oil ETF. You know, obviously it kind of... Oil is going down today. Pacey software going higher from Friday. AMD had a nice little breakout of the rising 200-day, but it's still in a range, so there wasn't really a buyable setup. But I like to keep track of these things. Baozun China name, it kind of put in an ugly candle, even though it closed higher. MU and a semi stock. JD, another China stock, looked really strong early in the day, and then it just kind of started fading midday. Software ETF, software stock, China name. This is I think it's a South American name, South American utility. Like this is a day trading setup I used to play all the time. When you have a stock that's overextended either to the long side or to the downside, and this was obviously extended to the downside, you buy the opening range breakout. This is the opening range, the 10.59. You set a stop, in this case maybe, I don't know, 20, 30 cents. It went up over $1. So you got easily a 3-time risk reward setup intraday as a day trader. And this is the kind of setup I used to play all the time. You can make a very good living if you successfully trade those types of stocks. Let's see, this is from the 30th of September. Was it the day I shorted it? Yep, this is the day I shorted almost at the top. Or like somewhere here, not far from the top, and it went down 60%. Nice. XS. These things had fade breakouts like this one. NVAX had some pump of the lows. MTSL had some gap up fade on AIMT, had some FTA stuff. MCF is still holding higher, but it's untradeable. So let's remove it. Let's look at the 16th of September. Can you repeat? Fast, well, because it's so slow. 9% earnings growth and 8% revenue growth. That's, you know, it's pretty much not growing. It's more kind of like an investing stock, you know. Wow, this thing has actually done really well since the 80s. It's up 40,000% in 30 years. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, it's a very slow type of stock. This is an investing type of stock, not a trading stock. I scale on most of my trades. Scale in, or at least scale out. I scale out of trades all the time. Unless they stop me out, then I get in. Then I get out all at once. And most of my trades I usually get in all at once. But on the bigger ones, like when I get in more, when I do a lot of size, I usually scale in. But if it's a small and medium type of trade, I'm gonna get in at once. Like there are stocks going higher, a few select names, but they're very few. So this is not a market with a lot of breadth. I like to trade markets that have big breadth when most things are going up. Those are the easiest markets to trade. Trading market like this is like winning the lottery. Like you buy 5 stocks and maybe only one of them is gonna go up. The rest of them are gonna stop you out. I want to be in a market where I buy 5 stocks and 3 of them go up and 2 of them stop me out. Oh yeah, okay, SCS. This is a candle. This is the candle I was talking about. The overshoot over VWAP. This is something I'm willing to go short if it fails. If it fails. It doesn't have to fail. Oh wow, this is strong. Look at the move. Holy shit. What if this thing goes to 12 or 13 bucks today? That would be so nice. Now there are a lot of patient shorts that are shorts that got comfortable on the way down, and now they're kind of panicking here. What's the float on this thing? MarketSmith says it has 7.2 million market cap. I don't trust the MarketSmith numbers. So, okay, 11 million market cap and 1 million shares in the float. That's not a big company. Wow, look at this. Right now, I'm not looking to short. It's too strong. Like, what I wanted to see was an overshoot of the VWAP and then a quick slam down. But this is strength. This is strong. This is too strong. Sub 8? Yeah, I don't think it trapped a lot of short sub 8. I don't think there were a lot of people shorting sub 8. But definitely like sub 9 and sub, yeah, whatever. I don't know. I would love to see like how many people are shorting it. Like how big of the volume is on the short side and versus selling. And oh my god, it's gonna take out the highs of the day. Wow. Haven't seen this kind of stock in a while. I haven't seen this kind of stock in at least a couple of months. I can't remember it last, maybe August? August there was a stock that went crazy that I was looking to short. But I never got an ideal setup. Early August there was, that I remember. BPTH. No, that's a long time ago. Yeah, BPTH, yeah, this is the one I nailed. I nailed this on the short side. But that's like 6 months ago. But it was in August. Or was it BPTH? No, it wasn't BPTH. There was another stock. No, it was this one. Yeah, I think it was this one. I don't even remember. I have such a bad memory. Anywho, doesn't matter. It's all ancient history. All that matters is what's happening now. Wow, it got halted. I'm excited. What if it does something crazy, goes to like 15? This is definitely the first time I'm excited since I started streaming. First time in at least 2 weeks. Wow, they're selling this. Retail names are really going down hard today. Yeah, wow. Or retail related stocks. Wow, look at this thing. What a beauty. In hindsight, it's kind of obvious. You got these higher lows, and then you just got this perfect range break. Like as you have seen over the past week, that's exactly the type of setup I look at on the weekly and daily charts. Like these setups, they're universal. You can use it on any time frame. But you have to pick the right stocks. And yeah, shorts ain't excited. Imagine being stuck in this halt. Like let's say you had a stop here at 10 at the highs of the day and you didn't get out in time and you got stuck in the halt and now you don't know if it's gonna open at 11 plus. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, right now I don't see the quotes yet. I don't know if it's gonna be a 5 or 10 minute halt. If it's a 5 minute halt, it should unhalt very soon. Like I've been in these kinds of situations where you're stuck in a short into a halt. Oh my god, that's shitty. That's a shitty feeling. Especially if it's above your stop level. Like yeah, if you're deeply green on it and it just goes higher and you start giving back profits, that's not as bad. But when you are down nicely on it, that sucks. And then you have to wait and you don't know if it's gonna be a 5 minute halt or a 10 minute halt. And yeah, it's expensive, yeah. The first 11 or the first 13,000 shares I borrowed, they cost me 0.145, and the other 9,000 I got filled like 10-15 minutes ago, they cost me 0.302. Yeah, so the price is doubled. The borrow cost is doubled in just an hour. But I don't know how, they may have been even cheaper than 0.145 like a couple of hours before it closed, but I wasn't around. I was slacking. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna delay the VOB session. Maybe. Because for the first time in a couple of weeks, trading is more exciting than World of Warcraft. I'm gonna get the popcorn out. Wow, look at that. I just got bailed out by being slow. Sometimes being slow helps you, because I would have lost 10 grand instantly. I was gonna short it below 10, but I had a little bit of a fat finger situation where I put in a 110,000 order, which didn't go through because I have a shared limit, thank god. And then I was too slow. Halted again. Wow, maybe it goes to 15. Okay, oh, it's still halted? Okay, it's gonna be a 10 minute halt this time, it looks like. Whoa, let's see. What is your character? I'm a rogue. Right now, I'm a rogue. I'm playing WoW Classic. Wow, what a beast. What has happened over the past couple of months? There's been a lot of low float runners, but they've always faded on the first day. None of them had any follow through. So I think a lot of shorts have gotten comfortable in the past couple of months. Like I see this cycle has repeated over and over again since I started trading. Like you get these periods when the first day runners, they keep failing intraday on the first day for months. And then you get a runner that doesn't fail. It just keeps going and going. And all these shorts, they get trained to short the first day. Like I never short the first day. It's stupid. They get trained to short the first day, and then something like this comes around and they're fucked. These are mostly newer traders, like people that have only been trading a few years. Like there are probably people that are blowing up on this thing right now. Like people that are all in these short selling chat rooms and all these short selling gurus on Twitter. Been following those people and now they don't know what to do. They panic, they freeze. I've been there so many times. I think if there could be a minor setup here, if he takes out, actually minor setup was probably here at 12. Okay, so I did some shares here. I did 11,000, half of what I have located. It's a minor setup, but it is showing some weakness. I'm gonna use this 1160 as my stop. I'm gonna risk a little bit below, a little bit less than $1. So pretty much risking a little bit less than $1 to make a couple of bucks. $2-3. Now these kinds of stocks, you don't get these 1 to 20, 1 to 50 types of risk reward moves like you can get on the multi-month holds if you buy stocks. These are more high octane type of stocks, but you can still get some pretty good risk reward like 1 to 5 or 1 to 7 and stuff like that. Yes, this is a day trade, yeah, unless it closes relatively weak. I'm willing to hold a little bit, and if I get size in more, like if I can get to short all of my shares I have located, so another 11,000 shares on a good setup, and then it closes weak, I would probably cover at least half of what I have, and then maybe hold half for a third overnight. But it's not gonna be more than an overnight trade. This is not gonna be a $3 to $5 day trade. Definitely not. Because the borrow cost is so expensive. Like with the shares right now, if I hold them overnight, I need to do some math. So let's use a calculator. So this is what I borrowed these shares for. Well, part of them I borrowed for a cheaper price, but let's assume they're gonna use the higher price on me. So I have 11,000 shares located. So that's 3,000. So I paid 3,000 for those shares times 3. So I'm gonna pay 3 times the intraday cost. I'm gonna pay 10,000 in borrow costs overnight. This is why this is not gonna be a swing trade. I'm willing to hold it overnight, but nothing more. Alright, it's showing some more weakness. Like, if it loses 1150, I'm willing to add a bit more. I'm gonna add another 6,000 shares, just because I'm conservative. Yeah, if it loses 1150, I'm gonna add another 6,000 shares. But because now it tried to have a little bit of bounce, but it couldn't bounce, and if it takes out this range here, you know, so there is some downside here. Or heck, it's still early in the day, like, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Like the float of this thing is so low, I think like it's mostly shorts, and I guess a few, you know, longs too, but I think it's mostly shorts, you know, trading their shares to each other. Like there's probably, you know, dozens of chat rooms and trading communities and whatnot that are on this thing. All these guys that stream their trading, like these day traders on YouTube and whatnot. I don't even know if any trader is streaming on Twitch. I know a bunch that are streaming on YouTube, but all these day trading communities, they're shorting these things. And I guess some of them are longing in them too, but I think most of them are shorting these. Alright, it tried to wash out, but this is a very bullish candle what happened right now. It undercut this range here and this upward sloping moving average. And they bought it back up. That's a very bullish. But the range here is kind of intact. Maybe if it undercuts this 1160 area later, not now, but in the next maybe 5-10 minutes, if it can't break higher, okay, which it probably will do now, we'll see. Okay, that was fast, I got stopped out. Did it get halted again? No, it didn't. I'm still trying to borrow more shares to get, because I think this could be a very big trade, but the home run setup hasn't been there yet. And it may not come today, it may come tomorrow at 20, who knows. So I've taken 2 losses on it for now. Now I'm down 24,000 on it. But again, I've been playing small size. Like, if I see a home run setup on this thing, I'm gonna go short 50,000 shares. Like, my max size today has been 11 or 13,000 shares. So this is the big day. This is this day here. Like, in the previous week, this thing has gone up 650%. It went from $2 to 14 bucks or 15 bucks. And then on this day here, it gapped up from 15 to 17. Went sideways, built higher lows. Look at this, higher lows, had an intraday breakout, and more than doubled within, I don't know, 30 minutes. And I think it halted, like, you can't see it on this chart, but it must have halted like at least 3-4 times. At least 3-4 times. And I nailed it on the last halt. Like, it halted on this green candle here. And I knew it takes out this green candle, I'm gonna go short. And which I did. I think I shorted like 10,000 shares. I'm gonna zoom this chart so you can see it with the price and everything. So my risk was pretty much like, what, 67? Yeah, I risked like, I think I risked like 70,000 on this trade. I think I had 10,000 shares. And it went from 67, which was my average, down to like 27. And I think I made, which is what, 40 bucks, and I think I made like 25 bucks average. So this SCS, this thing could keep going. Don't think just because it's the third halt that it's gonna be some kind of top. This thing could halt another 3 times. It could go to 25 today. So what you wanna see now is some kind of weakness, that it starts taking out a few previous candles, like it stops building higher lows, or you want to see an absolute panic covering move when the thing goes absolutely crazy, gets halted again, and then it starts taking out the previous candles. That's 2 short scenarios I see from now, at least in the short term. Did you trade LFIN? Nope, I didn't. I missed this one completely. Yeah, it was during the Cryptomania. Yeah, exactly. This thing was pretty much similar. I think it was pretty much identical to which I'm gonna look it up. I have it in my database. For some reason I missed it. Too bad I missed it. Because there was so many other things going on that day. Like, there were so many cryptos going nuts. That's a good problem to have when you have so many great looking, like, 5-star setups that you can't trade them all. So I'm gonna show this chart. LFIN. Similar. I don't know how many times it halted, but it must have been at least 3-4. So it triples. It's actually more than triples intraday. Just goes absolutely nuts. Then it halts on a red candle, actually. Goes higher and goes down. It halts on the down move. And then I think it gaps down like 50% after the halt. Just insane. And you have to be so fast and so perfect on these types of things. But yeah, I missed that one. I saw it like after the market closed. That's when I saw it. Just because I'm a crackhead, I'm gonna short a quarter size. A quarter of what I have located. I'm gonna short like actually less than a quarter. If it loses this 1360, I'm gonna short 5,000 shares. It's tiny shares. Like, it's nothing. I need to compensate for the past couple of months of slowness. I probably get stopped out, but it's gonna be such a small trade, it doesn't even matter. Because now it's built a little bit of range here. Yeah, I didn't catch that. That was way too fast. My god. Oh, maybe I get filled on upside. It did hit my my short price, 1356, but I didn't get filled any. On the 5-minute chart, it actually put in a first 5-minute chart where it took out the previous lows, with the exception of this one, obviously, but now it's much higher, so it's more prone to failure. I did a few 1310 instead. I did 5,000 at 1310, because now it's losing this rising yellow line, which has been acting as a support. Now it could do the same thing it did here. They just buy it up really fast, which would be a bullish sign. But now it is trying to break the uptrend, so to say. This is gonna be my stop. 5,000 shares, which is less than a quarter of what I have located. This is maybe a 3-star setup. Nothing to get excited about with size. Again, it's you know, I'm doing this because I'm bored, because there's really not a great setup here. So you guys with smaller accounts, you probably shouldn't trade it here at all. Like, you should probably leave it alone. Okay, yeah, they bought it back up. They bought it back up. I should probably lower my stop, but it doesn't matter. It's such a small size, I don't even care. Let's see if they try to bounce it back towards the highs of the day and then fail on that bounce. That's something I would add more size on. Like, let's say it tries this high 13s and then it starts slamming lower again. That's a good risk reward setup, or would be. Okay, so you see this yellow line, you see how the price is riding this line, it's surfing this line. This is a sign of strength. This is a sign of strength. As long as it holds, like it's still building higher lows. It's pretty much building a bull flag intraday. This is a typical bull flag. Yep, it's probably gonna stop me out in a sec. I have some short orders. Okay, yeah. I was just about to say that I have some short orders in case it breaks this yellow downtrend line. So I got stopped in a few more. I'm short 18,000 shares total now. Okay, I'm covering some here. Whoa, holy shit. Oh, did it get halted? No, it didn't get halted. I just didn't get filled. Okay, now I'm getting filled. No, I didn't. What the fuck? Fill me. Okay, now it's halted. God damn it, I was trying to get out of some shares. Alright, so now I'm instantly up $1 on it. I'm up almost $1 on it on 18,000 shares. So I'm still a little bit red on the day, but this thing goes down to 1150, I'm gonna be green on it. And this is still, I mean, I'm not even, it's such a small size, it's really no biggie. Because, we never got an ideal setup. Ideally, this thing goes like $10 or something, and then it starts creeping higher again, and keeps going higher throughout the day, and then we get a gap up tomorrow, or a big move tomorrow. Now that would be a big opportunity. That's something I could risk like 100,000 on 50, 100,000 on to possibly make, well, multiples of that. But that's like a perfect scenario. These perfect types of scenarios, they don't come very often. You only get maybe a few per year. Yeah. Holy shit, I feel alive again. I haven't felt this excited at trading for a long time. Let's see if I can get any more locates. I've been trying like every 5 minutes on both of my brokers that I can locate this at, but yeah, no go. Because we may get another entry later, possibly we will get another entry later. But I can't short that many more shares because I don't have the locates. I can only do another 4,000 shares. So now, for first time ever, at least today, the 20 period EMA is starting to slope down. So it's definitely lost some momentum. Oh, Twilio keeps going higher. That's great. USLV, okay, it was weak and now it's kind of getting stronger again. This apps is building higher lows and has a little bit of a range break here, so it's kind of flagging. TTD is it's okay. IHI is kind of weak today. JCPenney is kind of weak. RRQY is bouncing after the fade, and TDS is also kind of weak. So those are my longs. MIK got stopped out. After being up nicely on Friday. BME, this is, I don't know what the deal with this one is, but it looks strong. Maybe it could be a potential short opportunity tomorrow, but nothing today. I never short on day one, never, ever. So now it found support on this rising moving average, the 65 period EMA. We'll see what happens here. And I'm gonna put another stop here where I added shares. Like I added a bunch of shares here, 13, 15. I'm gonna use a break-even stop for those ads. Why 65? Because a trader a long time ago, that guy is unfortunately dead, but he used to be in the investors live chat. The Muddy was his name. I think he was the one that used this moving average. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it was him. And I started using the 65, and it kind of works on these momentum stocks. It kind of works really well. Like some things I just picked up over the years, like VWAP. Like I don't know what this is. It's just a line. I don't know how it's calculated, but it works on momentum stocks. Like I don't know what it is, but it just works. I don't know how it works. I don't know why it works. Is it because a lot of people are looking at it? I don't know, but it works. Like it works, and I don't care. I don't care about anything else. I don't know if it's magic. I don't know if it's black magic. I don't know if it's, the laws of the universe, but it just works. The volume on the sell-off was not... you mean on the 1 minute chart? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, if it's going down, it's going down. I don't mind if I make money on low volume or high volume. I don't care. Like, for me, price is 90% of it. Like, volume, yeah, I mean, like, volume is very easily manipulated. I don't know if there's any edge in there. Not in the intraday chart. On the daily charts, yes, but on the intraday charts, like, especially on the 1 minute charts, like, I don't know. It's just too random. Like, I mean, look at this. Like, look at this 1 minute candle. Look at the volume, right? Look at the volume here, but this was the bottom. This was the bottom, right? This was a buying opportunity. Yeah, we'll see. We will see. So next support area is this 12 area, but it needs to build more of a range here. Okay, so I just got stopped out of my ads. I didn't cover enough. I only covered a couple of thousand, but yeah. Okay, so this is super strong. Probably gonna get stopped out in a second. So I'm pretty much where I was about half an hour ago. Tried to break down a bit, but yeah, it's strong. It's very strong. Shop. Okay, so now I'm out. Yeah, should have covered more. I should have been more aggressive, you know. It is what it is. Now there's not gonna be a setup. Like, either it goes to, I don't know, 17 plus, or if it, you know, builds a range which it breaks down below. Yeah, could have been. Could have been. And I rarely watch the 1 minute chart on stocks, but these kind of fast super stocks, you almost kind of have to do it. Because sometimes you don't see it on the 60 minute or 5 minute, but it's very clear on the 1 minute on these kinds of stocks. But usually on 99% of all stocks, I don't look at the 1 minute. Sometimes I look at the 5 minute. But yeah, wow, it's just crazy. Holy shit. Amazing stuff. And this is, you know, you gotta stop out no matter what. If you get stopped out, you gotta get out fast. I usually always have hard stops. Sometimes you get shitty slippage, but you don't want to get stuck in something like this on the short side. Like in my earlier days, I sometimes got stuck in stuff like that. It's just stupid, you know. It's just, you can blow up. Like, you can blow up in a couple of hours. No joke. Super dangerous. But again, like, I don't trade this thing size. Like, I've had tiny size all day. And in my earlier days, I could be, you know, 50% short a stock like this. And then it goes up 20% and boom, I'm down 10% of my account. Now we had a big down candle again, but what have we learned from chasing weakness in this stock today? Don't do it. Trade Zero, like I've heard some people use it. Is it good? Like Trade Zero, is it reliable, etc, etc? Because I may open an account there. I know a trader that really recommends it. Like, he shorts a lot also on the short side. They still have 11 cents per share. Wow, that's great. That's great. Like, can you get more locates at Trade Zero? Oh, it's off. Oh, in Bahamas. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I don't wanna. Like, I used to have a Bahamas-based broker, a Sure Trader. Yeah, okay. Because I didn't have a choice. I was under the PDT rule. I had less than 25k, so I had to use them. But that was many years ago. Yeah, I probably wouldn't put my money in Bahamas now. Even not even a partial. Okay. Through a pipe, last active S3 expired. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how that works. Like, I don't know. Like so they can't like do a secondary offering or anything right now. Like, it's like legally impossible, or how does it work? Correct. Okay. Alright. I mean, if they could do it, they would probably do it. I mean, if your stock is up, you know, 1600% in 2 days, you're kinda dumb to not do a secondary offering, if you could do it. But okay, so they can't do it. Okay. Alright. Exactly. And their iron is hot as shit. Holy. It's the hottest iron in the stock market right now. That's for sure. That's for sure. Okay, let's look at my positions. It's still in this flag formation. It's been building higher lows for a while now. So we'll see how this resolves. DDS pulled back a little. I'm gonna raise my stop a little bit more. JC Penny just going sideways. RLGY doing nothing. TTD looks great. Twilio looks great. USLV looks... SCS I'm not short. Oh, it stopped me out and that's going lower. Anywho, look, this thing could gap up to like 28 tomorrow. Seriously. So, I wouldn't be able to sleep. Good chance. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. MIK, I'm gonna put it back on my watch list because it still looks great. SWN, well, blah blah blah, watch blah blah blah. All right, gotta go through Twitter real quick. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for sticking with me. Oh my god, no, it stopped me out. Oh my god, I was going low. Like, if it closed like this, I would still be short. This is a, oh gosh, I'm really hoping for a gap up. Oh well, okay, whatever. It is what it is. It may not be over yet. So I ended down overall like 15,000 on it. Or actually with borrow fees, or let's say with commissions and borrow fees, let's say 20,000. So it was a 20k loss, which is not bad considering it was up almost 400% at one point. You know, it's kind of win. It's kind of a win, right? Even though it was a loss, it's kind of a win. I did not imagine this thing go to 26. You know, I thought, heck, crazy scenario, it goes to 14, 18, whatever. And then I revised my own targets as it kept going, you know, and then it went to 18. And I'm like, okay, now it's gonna maybe go to 21, 22. And then it went there. I'm like, okay, maybe 25. But at the start of the day, I did not see this coming. But I have seen these kinds of scenarios many times before. Like I show you, like AN that someone mentioned, also BPay, BP, like every year there's a handful of these. And you know, you gotta be aware that these things happen. So I'm kind of happy, even though I lost money on it. I'm still, you know, coming out as a, you know, on top with a, you know, medium-sized loss overall. And you know, look, if I get a good setup tomorrow, I'm gonna make 100,000+ on it. Really, like if I get a really good setup, I can size in on. So there could be a lot of opportunity going forward in this thing. But yeah, okay, so the market is closed. Thank you very much for sticking with me for almost 7 hours. And I hope you guys had a great trading day, and we will see you tomorrow.